What's up everyone, it's Iceman aka Jay, and in this video I got for you guys my thoughts on Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Now this game is an upcoming open world action adventure platform type game developed by EA DICE and published by Electronic Arts. Now if you don't know what this game is or haven't played the original, basically you play as this girl named Faith, who is quite the acrobat. The coolest aspects of this game is when you're relying on your skill and precision on how you move from point to point, building momentum and doing each particular part of the map as creative and again as precise as possible. Now the original Mirror's Edge game did have some serious flaws, one of which being halfway through the game you were given a handgun, and when you compare it to what Mirror's Edge was supposed to be, it was supposed to be hand-to-hand combat relying on skill dodging and weaving and not so much, you know, pew 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 shooting, but they pretty much gave up on that entire concept about halfway through the original, and it really threw a lot of people off. In this version of the game, you won't be seeing anything like that. They are really trying to stick to their guns and what really made the original Mirror's Edge popular to a lot of people. So trying to take out the bad things that were within that game, which there were plenty, and leaving in the good, the skill-based moments, where again you're relying on your precision and your creativity going around corners and leaping through the different obstacles on the map. Speaking of the map, it is open world, and it really does make sense that DICE have chosen to go this way because of the way the game works in general. You know, you feel very free, you feel very flowing, if that makes sense, so it also makes sense that the world is open. Now, it's very comparable to games like Grand Theft Auto, where you're meeting characters that basically give you missions, some of which will drive the story forward, and some of which will just be time-based missions where you have to get from point A to point B within a certain amount of time. This can get very repetitive, and one negative I have seen with the game already is that the story does feel a little bit bland. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, although the scenes weren't that long, so even if it isn't that great, it doesn't get in the way too much, because I've played games where the scenes just go on and on and on, and it really ruins the experience. That is not the case here in Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I think they could have done a lot better having the story be more interactive, where you can choose what you want to say to that person, similar to, let's say, Fallout or Skyrim or Mass Effect. The online aspect mainly revolves around making your own variants of courses and beating other people's times, which I did find very enjoyable, although there are some seriously talented players out there who got some ridiculous times, which I couldn't even grasp how they even got those times. But that is the fun in Mirror's Edge Catalyst, is again finding those little places where you can get just that little bit of an edge up on your opponents to get around the course faster than everybody else. So that's really where the fun comes in at the end of the day. I think it's a very unique game, and I think if you're a fan of parkour in general, if you're a fan of testing your skill, it's a very smooth game. It looks really nice. Sound design is on point, but I don't know how long it can be entrancing for. I did find myself getting a little bit bored of it after a little while, not too long into the game, especially the story really bogs it down. But you don't really have to pay attention to the story if you don't want to. You can really just focus on the multiplayer and getting those fast times. But leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Have you had the chance to play Mirror's Edge Catalyst? What do you think about it so far? My thoughts overall is like this. I think it's a good game, not a top class game, but I think with work and in the future iterations of this franchise, they could create something truly special. But with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and peace.